Welcome back to another episode of Cook and Chat with me, Alicia's Life and Coffee. Today we're making pork shoulder in the Dutch oven, kind of, sort of. It didn't quite end up staying in the Dutch oven the whole time because it was 11 pounds, so I had to make it work. So we ended up transferring into another pan. But we're not here to talk about that because y'all gonna watch me cook it, but we ain't talking about that. Latte by Nespresso. This is not an ad. Okay, if there's any guys listening to this, sorry, this is for my ladies. Y'all are doing amazing. I am here to pump us up. Half the time we pushing through on caffeine and a dream, okay? And I know me and you, I be wanting to take a nap. I be wanting to lay down. I be wanting to just say, I don't want to do this no more. But unfortunately, most of us, especially in this day and age, we just can't. The goals that we have set for ourselves are so reachable, but the exhaustion of being in this everyday life and society, and then if you add on being a mom or a wife, the pressure is real. Because the reality is, as much as we want to say we want to be motivated, and we are motivated, because I am too, but it's like, is it really about like waking up and just be like, I'm going to take over the day? Or is it just about like some days we just got to get it done? So how do we get it done? You have to make a list, ladies. I've talked about this 100 times. A list will save your life. It'll save your stress. Even if it's just to write it down, and you might not get it all done. And that's okay too. But writing it down in your notes on a piece of paper will just, I don't know what it does. I don't know if it's some type of endorphins. I don't know, but it works. Okay, next we got self-care. Now, this is self-explanatory, but I'm going to break it down. So self-care is more than just like your lashes, your hair, your nails. Those are all very important. Beauty things are important. But you also got to talk about wellness. So like, which means things like, of course, fitness, of course, things like meditation and prayer. Other forms of self-care is therapy, which I am a big advocate for. And I am currently in therapy season, okay? Also, making sure we make our doctor's appointments. Like, I know we overthink it, and sometimes, not overthink it, but we get pushed to the side because we make our kids' appointments and dentist appointments and things like that. But make sure you make yours and keep them regularly so you don't forget. Like, pre-book those doctor's appointments. Pre-book your stuff to make sure you're taking care of you. Self-care is also quiet time and setting boundaries with your family to let them know that you need that time to yourself. I also put girlfriend-friend time in self-care because it's all in the same boat, okay? Okay, another thing that we could work on is not overextending ourselves, right? So like something that I had to learn to work on is I just can't do everything, and I can't do everything for everybody. As much as sometimes in my heart and my mind, I would like want to be there for everybody, especially because, people come to us as women and moms as like the solvers, the fixers, and naturally we try to do that. Sometimes though, solving a problem doesn't mean we got to rip and run and go figure it out. So I've had to learn to set those boundaries. So that's another thing. Set them boundaries, and you ain't got to do everything. Okay, now watch me eat. This is so, look at these pieces, y'all. Oops, okay. What's funny, as I said earlier, I'm not a big pork person, but because I wanted to try stuff in the Dutch oven, and like I also said earlier, the Dutch oven was too small for the 11-pound pork shoulder my husband decided to buy, but we appreciate him, so we're not mad at it, but it was huge. So look at that juice, y'all. The key is in the juice. Now my mom said we should get a smoker. What do y'all think about that? I don't know about all that, but I'm very happy with this. Look at that. These would make good sandwiches too, but I'm trying to cut out bread, so we're gonna not do that this week. But I just had this with some broccoli. I'm not a big mashed potato person, so I really made that for everybody else. And then, as you saw, I made shrimp scampi for Jazzy. But ta-ta. Thanks for eating with us. Till next time. Dutch. Partial Dutch. Chronicles.